Hey everybody, on Friday, November 1st at 8:47 a.m. Eastern Time, the new moon in Scorpio makes its grand entrance, just like Bobo here. What does this mean for your sign? We're going to dive in with the tarot and find out, and we're going to talk a little astrology as well, so keep watching. So welcome to the channel, or welcome back. So awesome to see you here. Before we get into our astrology overview and the tarot portion of our reading, I just would like to extend a big heartfelt thanks to all of you who left such lovely comments about the passing of my dad. I took a little time to regroup. He passed away only a couple weeks ago, and I needed to mentally reset, spiritually reset, emotionally reset, just reset. And actually, this is a great time with this new moon in Scorpio to have a brand new beginning, a brand new rebirth, reset, and re-energizing re-entry into a new chapter of your life. Maybe it's not necessarily a re-entry, but perhaps a reclaiming of some dreams that you are wanting to pursue in your life. But there definitely is energy at this new moon in Scorpio on November 1st of fresh starts. Whatever you start with strong, powerful intentions and aligned actions at this new moon in Scorpio can have long-lasting positive effects on your life. Why is this? It is because this new moon at 9 degrees Scorpio is in a beautiful supportive trine to Saturn in Pisces. Now, Saturn is retrograde, but that's okay because that's where that reclaiming comes in a little bit, right? Going back to maybe something that you haven't been able to fulfill before, and for whatever reason, you're going to be able to regroup and restart again. Saturn is about time and longevity. So, as I said, whatever new intentions you have, whatever big new seed you plant at this new moon in Scorpio, it can grow for a long time. You want to set an intention, or I suggest you set an intention for something that you're going to be in for the long haul in the Scorpio area of your chart. Now, Pluto is still hovering at that 29th critical degree of Capricorn, but soon he will be gone. Be gone, Pluto, from Capricorn. More on that shortly on our channel. But Pluto is opposite Mars in Cancer at the 29th degree at this new moon as well. So this can be rather intense energy. Mars opposite Pluto can be some sort of power struggle, or maybe it's the struggle you've already been through because this energy has been happening over the last week or two. But I feel like there is positive breakthrough energy here. Harnessing especially deep emotions, being willing to dive deep. Mars in Cancer, which is not its favorite placement, Mars. But if you're willing to be emotionally brave, that is Mars, to be brave and take action. In Cancer, this means going deep into our emotions, perhaps our emotional history in regards to something with our family, but doesn't have to be. It could just be going deep within and using whatever emotions come up for you, whatever is emotionally empowering you right now, to make, again, long-lasting, line in the sand, final changes and new beginnings for yourself. That's that Pluto at that critical Capricorn degree. And Pluto, as I've been saying for months now, is wrapping up this very long transit of Capricorn since 2008. So this is your time for a brand new chapter. Right? I mean, Pluto is about regeneration, ultimately. Pluto rules Scorpio. Scorpio is also about regeneration, rising like the phoenix from the ashes of your past. There is always an opportunity to begin again, begin fresh, begin anew. How badly do you want it? That is the other thing. And emotionally being brave to see whatever you may need to deal with to unblock yourself, to free yourself so that you can go for your dreams and put in the work, Saturn and Pisces, that those dreams or that new dream will demand from you. Mercury in Scorpio at the 28th degree is also in a supportive, energetic trine to Mars, and it is in a sextile with Pluto. All of this is favorable alignments. But again, this is about being able to analyze, Mercury in Scorpio, confront any fears that you may have. We all have them. Anything going on deep within you, that's also very Scorpio, the depths, and being willing to, maybe make some important mindset shifts for your future. So we are going to look at this energy for each sign. I am going to break this out by houses. So watch for your rising sign first and then your sun sign. Kind of combine the two messages together to get a more personalized message for you. Okay, remember though, these are general readings. And always apply the energies to your particular life and situation. All right, Bobo is ready. We're going to get into it. Timestamps in the description of the video and in the first pinned comment. You ready? He's ready. All right, Aries, you have a new moon in your 8th house of personal transformation. So it is time to set an intention for a whole new beginning, a whole new chapter. Okay, now I'm going to read these cards if they come up upside down, just because I got the nudge to do that before I turned on the camera. So let's see what we have for you. So this is 8th house is the deep transformative house. It's the sex, death, taxes house, other people's money. But to me, it's really about all forms of transformation. All right, so let's see what you need to know about setting an intention at this new moon in Scorpio. We have the 2 of Cups upside down, and we have the 3 of Cups upside down. The moon is upside down in your heart. The Hierophant is here, and the 3 of Cups. All right. So I'm just going to read the energies holistically, okay? Well, what I'm getting from this is that you are finished. You are finished in terms of thinking of other people first when it comes to what you're going to commit to in your life. There's something here where it's very much about the higher commitments to your personal growth, your learning, your evolution, and your safety and security needs. There is something new you're going to get involved with, this 3 of Cups, and you're going to be joyful, joyous, and happy. And in fact, it's time to choose a commitment from joy, not from obligation or, guilt or manipulation. There could have been a close personal association or perhaps a group of people, or maybe both, that you felt, I don't want to say you felt manipulated by them, but maybe they guilt tripped you a little bit. Maybe they betrayed you. Something went sour. Something went wrong. This could have been with a personal relationship, a best friend, any type of scenario like that. This 3 of Coins could have been something to do with work, but it could also have been with some sort of group of friends that got together. Because notice we have 2 3s here. Okay, so a group of friends that got together to write or paint or, do something together as a collective, but it's also a work card. It's also about plans. So somebody close to you could have sabotaged a plan, or you felt manipulated and guilt tripped if you pursued a plan you wanted to pursue, that they didn't like it, or they were going to be left behind, or something like that. This moon upside down in your heart is very interesting. There is still something here I think you're processing through in terms of shadow material, guilt, and manipulation. But I do feel like the truth has come out for you. Okay, and the truth came out for you probably at your full moon, which was in the middle of October, about this situation over here. That there was maybe, again, a subtle sabotage of a plan you wanted to pursue. And the source was close to you, the Two of Cups. So there could have been some rough seas with personal close relationships or relationships at work or some other plan or project that you had cooking, percolating, and it didn't come together. It didn't come together for whatever reason. Okay? I think, again, it's because you were maybe considering other people before yourself. It's possible. All right, but the tide is turning. This is a very powerful new moon, very powerful. And this is your second house of values. It's also money. It's the Taurus energy here with the Hierophant. But I feel it's like you are putting your own self-value and self-worth ahead of everything else right now. You learned a very valuable lesson with something going on over here in your life. Apply it to your life, as I say in the intro. But you're coming out the other side and you're going to find more joy and more freedom by claiming something that is very personal to you, regardless of what other people think, do, or say about it. So there's a reclamation or reclamation, reclaiming your power here, Aries, to make strong commitments based on your value system. And I think there could be some good news for you in a couple of weeks by taking that first step, making that commitment. And as I said in the prologue to this video, with Saturn trining this new moon in Scorpio, Saturn in Pisces, and Saturn's going to be going into your sign next year, Aries, you definitely want to be thinking about the longer haul, longer term implications of what you're saying yes to, what you're committing to. And we may even be talking 3 to 5 years here, a 3 to 5 year plan or scenario. I was going to say something now, it went out of my brain. Oh, this is what I was going to say. We know that Aries can have many different irons in the fire. Staying power isn't always our strong suit. It can be when we are focused and passionate about what we are doing and when we chose it for ourselves. That's the thing. So I think if you can do that, because as I said, Saturn trining this new moon, it's about what you're going to be doing over time. And when Saturn goes into your sign next year and then also into 2026, it's all about you and your commitments and what you're willing to work hard for and toward. And Neptune will also be going into your sign. This is a whole, there's a whole bunch of things happening in 2025 and 2026 and 2027 and it goes on. But it's about choosing for yourself, committing for yourself, and trying to project yourself a little bit more into the future for the best version of yourself and what commitments will make you the most joyful and free. And that sounds a little like an oxymoron. Well, how can a commitment make you feel joyous and free? But it absolutely can. Commitments aren't all about doom and gloom and, hard work and all that. Hard work can be quite joyous, right? And the best thing is when you are in a state of play, but it's also your work. So there could be things like that going on for you as well. Maybe making some different choices with your work life and having a greater sense of joy and play with it. But whatever you're doing in your life, that is something that is key for you. Okay, this aspect of commitments not having to be so onerous and hard, but at the root should have this joyfulness to them and not this sense of fear or doubt or manipulation from other people. So those are the types of intentions to set at this new moon in Scorpio Aries in order to transform your life. All right, Taurus, let's see what you need to know about the new moon in Scorpio, which is happening in your 7th house of relationships. Other people, what do we need to know? Is it time for refreshing those relationships that are closest to you? Is it time to call in some new relationships? What is going on? Let us see. Now, if something comes up reversed, I am going to read it that way. All right, let's see what we have. There's the Four of Cups upside down. We have the Page of Pentacles. Eight of Cups upside down in your heart. Five of Coins. And the Sun. All right. All right. So I think it's very helpful, Taurus, if at this new moon, you decide that you're not going to look to the past and you're not going to go back to the past. Despite how exiled you may feel right now, despite how lonely you might feel right now, the answer is not in your past. Let me just really emphasize that. Now, you can always learn from your past. We have the Page of Coins here. You could be learning. It would be a better use of past energies to learn, which is the Page of Pentacles, a lot about learning. Learn about what is valuable to you in relationships rather than going back to something that is disempowering and that doesn't support your self-worth and self-esteem and value. So this Four of Cups upside down is interesting here. You may have felt blocked. You may have felt there's not been any opportunities for new relationships. If there's something going on here with a current relationship that you're in, again, this can be business or personal. It could be a friendship. It's possible. I mean, 11th house for me is more friendships, but 7th house could be somebody like very close, like in an inner circle type situation. So there could have just been a misunderstanding. There could have just been like the extending of an olive branch, but it didn't work. Like there was, maybe trying to try again, but it didn't quite gel or come together. You're still looking for a solution though, I think, with a particular person in your life. That's this Page of Coins. You're still hopeful that maybe if I can just find the right approach. But it's interesting that it's the Page of Pentacles that is showing up here, right? Because Pentacles is your energy. It's the Page, which is the inner child, right? It's the child hopefulness energy. If I can just find the right thing to say or do, I could turn this situation around. Doesn't always work that way, right? So it could be that your inner child is just being a little too optimistic or hopeful about this situation. You're not willing to let something go. This Eight of Cups, excuse me, in your heart, right? You're still wanting to make something work from the past. You're still hopeful about it. But at the end of the day, this is what we are dealing with. We are dealing with this Five of Coins, which is either going back there is going to be a further drain on your finances, your health, your well-being, your mental well-being, your physical well-being, your financial well-being. So I would say what this new moon intention is to set a goal for pastures new, the sun. Right? When we hold on to the past like this, we are not making room for new growth and new potential opportunities. If the Sun card is about our heart space, yes, this is about your 4th house also, the foundation in your life. What would make you feel happy and secure? There's something about this that's not making you feel happy and secure, whatever this relationship is over here. So like I said, it could be business or personal. This is what you need in your life. You need somebody who's going to bring joy and sunshine to your life, happiness, somebody that's going to light up your heart space, not leave you floundering around in the dark and the cold and the snow, but somebody who's going to that's going to make you feel all warm and tingly, right? The Sun card. It's going to make you feel joyous and happy. And even if this has to do with a business relationship, it's the same thing. You're trying to make it work. Like, let's say we're talking about a business partnership here. You could be trying to make it work, hoping against hope, but the energy is just not there for growth. This is what the energy is that you are seeking. So, but only you can choose, right? I mean, it's all like, sometimes we're like blaming the universe. Don't blame the universe, take responsibility. I'm not saying you personally, but in general, people tend to do that. And, we've all done it. The universe did it. It's the universe's fault. No, it's not, right? It is about personal choice. And if you're going through something like this, then set the intention with this new moon in your 7th house of relationships to transform Mars opposite Pluto, to admit, to dive deep into your emotions, to transform. Pluto, can help you with this, to help you. It's been trying to expand your horizons. It's in your 9th house, Capricorn, right? Expand your horizons of what is possible for you. And a beautiful relationship, beautiful connections that are mutually joyful and happy can be yours. But this has got to go. This has got to go. And maybe this relationship has already left your life. It's possible, but you could still be clinging on to the energetic remnants of it because in your heart, you're still hoping the past can somehow be resurrected. If you take a chance to move on, this is what may await you, Taurus. All right, Gemini, we have a new moon in Scorpio, which is your 6th house of work and well-being. And what's very interesting is that your ruling planet, Mercury, is also in Scorpio, is in that same house, and is making supportive trines to Mars in Cancer, and also a sextile to Pluto in Capricorn. So, 6th house, work, well-being. New intentions for taking care of yourself, especially, I think, acknowledging Mercury, right? Your mind of where you need to take better care of yourself in some way. You might need to take better care of yourself at work with boundaries or dealing with, whatever's going on there. But you also may need to just take more accountability with your physical well-being in some way. Okay, and turn over a new leaf, like really set the new intention. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to go see my doctors. All the things that you are really going to start the new you when it comes to that. All right, so let's see. Mars is in Cancer, right? It's energizing that 2nd house of values for you. So if you truly value yourself, which I know you do, then you also need to make the decision, Mercury and Scorpio, to walk your talk when it comes to your well-being. All right, let's see what we have, Gemini. Look, 6 of Swords. Oh, Gemini energy. If it comes up reversed, I'm going to read it reversed. 2 of Wands. Moon in your heart upright. The Fool. And the Knight of Wands. Okay, excellent. This is very good. You're having to admit a few things to yourself that you really haven't wanted to admit. Okay? That's okay. I mean, we've all done that. All right, but you're going to make progress. You're going to turn over a new leaf. Look at this with this Fool and Knight of Wands energy. So the 6 of Swords suggesting that you are going to make a decision to move on, to really shift something mentally. It's the Swords after all. And let something go. Like maybe this well-being issue has to do with traversing an emotionally disruptive situation in your life that may have been causing some problems, that may have been causing some exacerbation of health issues, making them worse in some way, like a flare-up, because of some sort of emotional situation. Is exemplified by the water here in this card and the 6 of Swords that was going on. And this is at your energy for me. So the body-mind connection with the 6 of Swords of what was going on. And you feeling very blocked in some way, that doors were not opening for you. And this could also be job related as well. So, it could be a double whammy. We got the 2 wands here. So it could be both things that have been going on for you. Just work tensions and problems, and then also physical symptoms and things happening that you are and have been needing to confront. Maybe you already dealt with this at this full moon in Aries we had in October. Maybe this is going to be coming to a head for you with the full moon in Taurus, bringing things up from your subconscious, your 12th house. which is happening in the middle of November. So, I mean, that's possible. But it's really just about confronting any sort of, shadowy things going on within you, doubts and fears you have, that, you can shift this, and you can shift it. You have the power. Once you set your mind to something, your mind is so powerful, Gemini. And that's, we have Mercury, your ruling planet, as I said before, involved very strongly at this new moon in Scorpio. And look, we have the Fool and the Knight of Wands, which is a very action-taking, strong energy. So I think, Mars is going to be going into Leo, your third house, in a few days after the new moon in Scorpio. So I think your mind is going to be really focused and energized to turn over a new leaf and take inspired action on shifting your situation and healing it and having a whole new beginning and lightening your load in some way. I mean, he travels lightly. This may have something to do with weight loss for some of you, not everyone. And, and maybe something also to do with inflammation. This, of course, is not medical advice. I'm just reading the tarot energies here. But once you lighten your load, you may find if you have some sort of inflammatory things that flare, it's like a flare up, this Knight of Wands. It comes in strong and then it goes out again. You may find that those things ease up for you. But again, consult your doctor. But you may be having doubts. That's this moon in your heart, that things can change for you. They can change for you. The same thing, if you're wanting a new beginning with your career in some way, but doors have not been open, right? 6th house is more daily work. Like maybe there's just been some struggles at work or whatever's going on for you. If doors have been closed and you're getting a little bummed out about it, know that things can change for you. Set that intention that you're going to go out with this Fool here and take inspired action. Go the extra mile, Knight of Wands. Say yes to something unexpected that you're choosing, of course, to shift the energy, to shift the situation. This to me has energy here of a calculated risk that could pay off for you, especially if you're looking for a job, right? If there's something that where doors have been closed to you in some way, it's very possible. Again, general reading, but getting out of a comfort zone with this energy and taking inspired action is going to go a long way to shift your circumstances, whether we're talking about your well-being or your work. All right, Cancer, we have a new moon happening in your 5th house of love, romance, creativity, taking risks, pleasure. Mars is still in your sign. How you doing with that? Have you been extra feisty, Cancer? All right, let's see what you need to know. I'm going to read it if it comes up reversed. Let's just see. Setting some intentions for more joy, pleasure, creative activities, romance, whatever you got going on in your life. Let's see what you need to know. We have the Ace of Wands, and we have the 5 of Coins upside down. In your heart is the 6 of Swords, the 9 of Coins, and the Moon. Okay, I've been shuffling, and that Moon card's been coming up, which, of course, is your energy. All right, so you are ready to move along in your life and begin something new and lucrative. And it may have something to do with communications, writing, speaking, teaching, networking, sales, with the Virgo 3rd house showing up here with this 9 of Coins. You want to be self-sufficient with something, with your finances. Maybe if you are, in any of those areas, you want the moolahs, you want the lucrative deals. You want to be self-sufficient with your business if you have one. You want to be fully having your business fully support you. If you're in any of those fields, as I said, the writing, speaking, teaching, networking, sales, you want to be number one here with whatever you're doing financially in those areas. You want to hit your sales targets. You want to be getting the teaching contract, they're signing the contract for your book, etc. All those things. But it is about starting something new. Ace of Wands that is showing up here. And most of all, saying yes to something. You could be, I'll be honest with you. I don't feel these are romance energies here. Okay. Yes, we're talking about your 5th house of love and romance, but it could be that you're creating something with love and romance themes, maybe, or you're being very loving in your work or communications. But I am honestly not feeling that these are love cards. This to me speaks more of really 5th house. You could look at as your life force energy. Like, what are you doing to make yourself happy? So this is suggesting to me what's going to bring you happiness is starting something new. And also, I say this a lot with Cancer, is getting out of the house. This 5 of coins upside down, 5 of coins when it's upright for me can be an exile, but exile can be self-imposed, so I feel like there's something here where you need to make up your mind with the 6 of Swords in your heart that you're not going to self-isolate anymore, that you do need some community and connection and getting out there and enjoying life. I mean, it doesn't mean you have to do it with 50 bazillion people. But there's something here about reconnecting with your life force energy. And then maybe too, that there is something going on here where it is about joy and pleasure as a healing tonic, as a healing agent. So if you have something going on where you've been feeling just a little out of sorts or melancholy or whatever, again, starting something new with passion and joy in your heart, whatever that might be. You could be adopting a new kitty or a new puppy or something like that. That's going to go, we got dogs over here. That is going to go a long way for you to feel less isolated and alone if that's what you've been feeling. We're just looking at it from that perspective. But you have to make up your mind to do it, right? And have an emotional sea change when we have the 6 of Swords and this going on here. That with this, I'm sorry, he's doing his nails on the, so loud. He's doing his nails on the scratcher. I'm sure you heard that. It's worth it, right? You are worth it. 9 of coins to invest, if we look at this, in things that bring you joy and pleasure and bounty that make you feel good. I mean, the 9 of coins is also about feeling really good, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, well-loved, all those things. But it's down to you. It's down to you to shift your fears or anything you have going on there, your doubts that is possible for you. That's an inside job. It's an inside game, right? But this is the thing. What do you want to say yes to? What's in your heart? What would be the big yes for you? This big seed that you could plant, Cancer, that would make you feel reconnected with life again. And we're also talking about your personal life too. It's not just about business or making money or whatever. But, what would make you feel happy, alive, joyful, joyous, and really with this sense of value and optimism of what abundance you can create. And abundance isn't just about money, but abundance that you can create in your world for yourself. But there's something emotionally to shift about this. All right, Leos, we have a new moon in your 4th house of foundational security, your home life, your family life. Let's see what you need to know about this. Setting some intentions to make your home life more beautiful, more functional, more secure in some way. All right, let's see what you need to know. Leos. And if something comes up reversed, I am going to read it that way. All right, let's see what we have. Ace of coins. 2 of coins upside down. Justice upside down in the heart. 6 of coins. And the World. Okay. Something is going to wrap up in a satisfactory way. However, it's not exactly, how should I say this? It's what's throwing you off is that you want to be in control of it. And the universe is handling it. It knows what you want and it's taking care of it. But you are trying to make it happen and micromanage it. Okay, that's what I feel from these energies. The deal's going to be done. There's benevolence coming from the universe for whatever you have going on, maybe with your finances in relation to real estate, your home life, your family life, some sort of new foundational beginning for your finances, maybe looking for a job even, it's possible. We were talking about foundational security. Most people get that from a job. But this is what's very interesting, is the Two of Coins upside down and the Justice upside down in your heart. Because both of these cards are about balance. And when they're upside down, we have imbalance. And I think the imbalance is coming from you. And I'm saying that because the Justice is in your heart upside down. So you may be having some sort of attitude about feeling that something is unfair. Something didn't go according to plan. Something's been really out of whack, especially perhaps financially. Things were not balanced, and so you're imbalanced. Or, and then that can happen. I mean, anybody can act like this, right? When we get imbalanced, then we try to control more because we are imbalanced and we don't like the feeling of chaos, right? And we think, well, if we can just control things, we'll get everything back to where they need to be. And, but that sense of wanting to get control can also be out of control, if that makes sense. It's that urge to get control of something can in and of itself be chaotic and imbalanced. That's what I'm feeling here. There is an opportunity coming for you. This is the big seed. And I think the big seed for you can be, I will trust the benevolent forces of the universe to bring me, here you are, exactly what I need to make my world in balance. Because now this is balance also, this Six of Coins, but notice it's upright. It's in balance. Because you are letting the benevolent hand of the universe take care of it. You don't have to take care of it. In the sense that all you need to do is set that intention, plant the seed, water the seed, and not let yourself get out of control. And things will evolve for you in a very nice way. We have a Six of Coins, something being offered to you, this also being offered to you. Feeling successful, having a happy, all's well that ends well conclusion to whatever this situation is over here. So that's what I would suggest in terms of setting your intention. You got the big seed here. And this is probably something very foundational to your world, something that's important. Hence, we have this, oh my God, I got to control it. Like this has to happen the way I think and how I think and la, 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 la. I get it. I got a lot of fixed energy in my chart too. I get it. But that's not doing you any favors. Okay, so that's what I would say to this. This is beautiful. All these three are beautiful. This is your own thing that needs to be shifted. All right, Virgo, we have this new moon in Scorpio, which is your third house of your mind, making important decisions, writing, speaking, teaching, networking, sales, transportation. Is it time to set an intention to get a new vehicle? Maybe. All right, let's see. Contracts, messages. What do you need to know, Virgo? But this is really an energetic reset for your mind also. So think carefully about what you want to set your intentions for in terms of your mindset and something, a new goal you're going to pursue for yourself. All right, let's see what you need to know. I will read it if it comes up reversed. There you are. Queen of Pentacles, Five of Swords upside down, Nine of Wands upside down in your heart, Six of Swords. I shuffled. We just had that for Leo. Oh, but we have a hanged person there. All right, let's discuss this first, and then I will reshuffle because I can't end on a hanged man. Like, I gotta know what's going on. I gotta know. I'll pull one more card. All right, here we go. Here you are. I find this fascinating here. This Five of Swords upside down, Nine of Wands upside down. You are setting an intention to give up struggling. You don't want to struggle anymore. You've been dealing with something that has been a struggle. It could be whatever. It could be a relationship, work, money, something else, children, life, whatever. Whatever you got going on. Your heart has been very tired. You're a little worn out. Five of Swords upside down, though, is suggesting you're giving it up. You're quitting the battle, the mental battle. And thus your heart's like, okay, thank God, now we can take a break. This Queen of Coins here is very interesting because it's upright, which is good, which means that this was good that you're deciding this, or you already decided it, or you're about to decide it with this new moon in Scorpio, to give up the fight with something that has not been productive. And then interesting, we have the Six of Swords, very mental energy for me. And it's turning its back on this, right? It's like you're letting troubles pass away. You're like letting this go. You're really focused here on letting something go mentally that might have been quite a sacrifice for you, or something that kept you very stuck in limbo in some way. And this is a relationship energy for you also because it is the Pisces energy, and that's your 7th house of relationships, Virgo. So it could be something to do with a business or personal relationship that you tried and tried and tried, but it wasn't working. It wasn't coming together in whatever way. Now, it doesn't have to be a relationship, but as I said, it could be because of this. But no matter what it was, the sacrifice you're realizing wasn't worth it anymore. The blood, sweat, and tears that you were pouring into this, try as you might, and you're an ace manifester. I mean, you're great at it, but despite your diligent focus, it didn't come together. So now you're changing your focus to something else. Six of Swords. That's not going to require so much energetic sacrifice or waiting around. Let's see. Let's pull another card for you. Let's crack open the deck. Let's shuffle and let's see what you need to know about this. This hangman. Like, what is that all about, Virgo? So at this new moon in Scorpio, it's about setting an intention to move on and let something go that, despite your best efforts, but don't beat yourself up over it. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You gave it your all. That hangman that's up right there, like, you really gave it a lot of energy. It wasn't meant to be for whatever reason. All right, let's see. Three of Wands upside down. And then this King of Cups. So it could be with a King of Cups. It could be with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces individual. There's also a time marker for Scorpio season, right? The Scorpio moon that we have here. But this is about the fact that I feel somebody wasn't emotionally available to whatever it was that you had going on. They were Three of Wands upside down. They may have made some promises, but this wasn't going to go anywhere. Okay, again, despite your best efforts. So it is time for you to have an emotional reset with your energy about what you really want to be creating. Right? But this is very interesting that we have this with this hangman. Okay, so just again, despite your best efforts, and notice this Nine of Wands upside down, same thing as the Three of Wands, Five of Swords upside down, and then you. So both of the individuals involved, King of Cups and Queen of Coins, which is you, are upright, which means that, again, you could have both had very good intentions, but the circumstances weren't right, the timing wasn't right, or it was just not aligned to move forward in the way that you were hoping it was going to move forward in. Whatever the situation is, business or personal. Okay, it just wasn't All right, he wasn't upside down. He was like this. Okay, so I would say, again, it's like nobody's at fault. I mean, somebody may be at fault. Apply the energies to your life. But there's a sense of timing, I think, here that was off. And I don't feel like this is really positive energy for you to still be hanging around waiting for this person to get their act together in some way. I think if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. With whatever you have going on. Focus on yourself. Focus on moving along and doing what you need to do. Okay? And if this person is meant to be in your life and come back around, then they will. Okay? But it's not, I don't think it's a good idea. And I think that's what you're seeing. It's not a good idea for you to continue to sacrifice your energy towards something that maybe even has been going on for the last 12 months. Could be 12 years. I hope not. I hope it's just been 12 months. What are you waiting around to find out? Right? 12 months a year is a long time. If something really hasn't come together by then, move along. Again, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So find something else to focus on. Make up your mind. That's that third house of the new moon. Make up your mind to transform, that's very Scorpio, and change your focus to something that can actually manifest for you and, isn't just a lovely dream. All right, Libras, let's see what you need to know about the new moon in Scorpio, which is your second house of Show Me the Moolahs. Also, your house of self-worth and self-esteem, feeling good about yourself. Time to set an intention for new money, feeling good, looking good. All right, let's see what you need to know. If something comes up reversed, I will read it that way. Time to plant a big seed in your money house. Libras. Oh, we have 3 swords upside down. And this card has been coming up again and again. And I shuffle. In between, I shuffle. As you see, I do. Queen of Coins in your heart. 9 of Wands upside down. And the Sun. Okay, very nice. Okay, so... 3 of Swords can be a blockage. Okay? Doesn't always have to mean heartbreak or drama. It can just be that something is in between you and something you want. And we are talking about your money. So what I feel here is you are moving away from a situation of hurt and disappointment when it comes to your finances. And I think you're going to be embracing something in terms of it doesn't have to be such a struggle. 9 of Wands upside down. Money loves joy, as I've said before on the channel. And I think that is something that you're going to be really embracing with this new moon in Scorpio energy. To set an intention that you're moving toward an alignment in your heart with money that comes from joy, from creativity, for shining, for really stepping into the spotlight in some way with your work, your career, in whatever way you earn your money, showing up and showing up with that type of childlike innocence and hope and optimism. So, I think it's very interesting. And Leo is your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams. So the way you're going to manifest more money in the coming, and this is again in it for the long haul, as I said in the intro to this video, with Saturn in your 6th house of work, Libra, I think you're being called to step into something greater for yourself when it comes for your hopes and wishes and dreams, for making money, especially in your career, in your job, whatever you're doing, to take on a leadership role, to, again, step up and shine in some way. But also, this is the idea of work as play, that it's fun, So I think you're to be focusing this seed of intention on something new and giving up the struggle of whatever this blockage has been for you. Maybe you've been doing something that you really just don't enjoy doing. And maybe you're finally admitting that to yourself, that there has to be a better way, the Six of Swords. You've had the South Node going through your sign, as we have been discussing these many last months, last year and a half. The South Node going through your sign, especially when it hits your sun, as it has done at some point over the last year and a half, has probably helped you redefine and let go of the inauthentic in your life that's not aligned with who you really want to step into, what does bring you joy. You know, so that may have been what this is going on over here. You've had to face a few things and let go of things that have been misaligned for you in some way. The Queen of Pentacles for me is a very aligned energy when it comes to manifestation. And it's in your heart. So this is the idea of giving up this struggle of, if I just hang in there a little longer, it'll change. No, it's time for you to step into your joy and commit to some sort of new opportunity to create your wealth and creation. Whatever that means for you, apply the energies to your life. For some of you, it's a new job. For some of you, it's starting your own business. For some of you, it's finally monetizing your creative skills, whatever, okay? But that's what I'm feeling here. And Saturn in the 6th house is probably showing you, yeah, it's not working. You got to try something else. You know, same thing, different day, doesn't get different results, right? But this is very positive. This Sun card is very positive. And this can be also traveling outside a comfort zone for you in some way as well. So you have huge potential. This is gold also, the Sun. Not financial advice, of course not. But you could be wanting to invest in gold, sure. But remember too that whatever skills and talents and capabilities you have and gifts you have are your gold. So that's what is needed right now to set the intention to tap into your own treasure chest, Libra. Scorpio, it's your personal new moon. Now let's see what you need to know about it. It is time to set an intention for the transformation of Scorpio 2.0. What do you want out of life? How do you want other people to see you? To know you as. This is also your physical body, so it's a good time to address those things. Okay, but it's your identity. It's how other people see you, right? It's time for a new outlook, some new clothes, a new hairstyle, just improving all things like how you're greeting the world every day. Your energy vibe. It's time to reset big time with this energy. And with Saturn in your 5th house, trining this new moon in your sign, it is really about pleasure and joy. And with Saturn retrograde, it could be also going back to things that gave you pleasure and joy before, but somehow got lost in the shuffle or went by the wayside because of other things going on in your life. Okay, so again, Saturn in Pisces, that 5th house for you. So returning to familiar joys, returning to your creativity, your creative energy, maybe setting an intention that you want new relationships, romance, creative companions to enter your life, travel, pleasure, all those things. All right, so let's see what you need to know. Scorpio. Knight of Wands is upside down. 4 of Wands. I am reading reversals with this reading today. 5 of Cups upside down in your heart. Temperance. And the 4 of Swords. Okay. I'm gonna... No. Okay. I'm gonna pull one more. 8 of Wands. Okay. Can't end on a 4 of Swords. That's no. Okay. All right, so in your heart is this 5 of Cups upside down. You are healing from something that you have gone through that it's not quite finished yet. It's almost done. It is something very personal to you. It may have nothing to do with the outside world. This is your cups energy. This is your emotional energy. It may just have something to do with, the heartbreak of loss, or just some sort of nostalgia for something that is no more, missing somebody who had to move away. I mean, it just can be that, but it's upside down. So it's easing, but you're just not quite there yet. It takes a while for Scorpio. Let's face it, right? It takes us a while to kind of move out of a Five of Cups scenario. But it is changing. But give yourself the grace of time here with this Temperance and this Four of Swords. Okay, you may still need a little bit more. You may need another month. Okay, like this Sagittarian energy, the Four of Swords, it could be just 4 days you need too. Okay, it depends where you're at in the healing process. But there is no rush. What is meant for you is still going to be meant for you. It's going to come in. A new door is opening for you. There's several new doors on the way to open in your life. Okay, but this Knight of Wands upside down, there could have been a loss of energy, a loss of momentum, especially over the last 5 months, I think, with this Five of Cups in your heart. But that is going to change. And you're probably going to feel it even at this new moon. This is like the sense of possibility again, this Four of Wands. Oh, and then, we feel that at our personal new moon. This new moon is very close to my natal moon. So I'm excited about that. So look to see where you have 9 degrees Scorpio in your chart. If it's your sun, your moon, your Venus, your Mercury, I mean, that can show you kind of the nature of maybe the new beginning for you. And of course, the house that it's in for you. But this is potential, and for me, it is very much a joyful door opening, new beginning, fresh spring-like, a wave, a breath of fresh air coming into your life after a period of stagnation and things not happening. But the thing is, again, you may not be totally ready to embrace these new changes yet. I mean, it's coming. You're getting ready. But don't worry. What is meant for you is still going to be there. I think what's going to be very significant is probably Sagittarius season for you. There may be some very interesting offers flying on in. I'm getting a real travel possibility for some of you. There may be, now it doesn't mean you take the trip necessarily in Sag season, but you might. Okay, there is a real sense of, this is no momentum. This is almost, there's too much momentum. But I do feel you need a little bit of a mental break, reset, before this comes in, to feel really ready, and you're like, okay, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for these door opening, life-changing opportunities. So keep this in mind. Again, this could be something very personal to you. You are on the cusp of a major, beautiful news cycle, changes, things moving forward at a brisk pace. Make sure that you are emotionally centered, physically centered, and balanced, which the Temperance was upright. So you will be feeling that way, but give yourself the grace of time. And also with that Four of Swords, taking time in silent, contemplative action, so to speak, having some contemplation time so that you do know what you really do want from these new opportunities coming in. Because you could be spoiled for choice. There could be quite a few things getting ready to come in, and you want to take the best of the best because you deserve the best. All right, Sagittarius, there is a new moon in Scorpio, which is your 12th house of the subconscious mind, things hidden behind the scenes, dreams. It's a very interesting house. It can be also the house of self-undoing, kind of lurking in the shadows type energy. It's 12th house is a deep, complicated house, just like the 8th house is, or it can be. With a new moon there, it really can be like the broom coming in to sweep out the cobwebs from the corners of your mind, so to speak, and allow you to have a major energetic reset in terms of what you think is possible for you. And really tuning into any sort of yearnings, subconscious yearnings that maybe rise to the surface with this new moon energy and reveal themselves. Especially with Mercury in the mix in this 12th house at this time, at this new moon energy. So let's see what you need to know. It could be like kind of like the idea of admitting to yourself, this is really a dream I want to pursue. This is what I want. I just wasn't able to admit it to myself until this new moon in Scorpio. So it can be something like that. So let's see what you need to know, Saggies. I will read reversals if they come up. Oh, we have the Lovers. The Lovers. Knight of Pentacles upside down. Ace of Pentacles upside down. Judgment. And the Four of Cups. I can't end on a Four of Cups upside down. Two of Coins upside down. And a Page of Swords. Okay. I feel better about it now. You got a few extras. Don't tell the other signs, Sagittarius. Okay. Here's the thing. Okay. Yes, this is Gemini. This is your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, etc. Yes, lovers can be choices, whatever. I just feel like it is people in your life that are closer to you, let's say. So this could be business partnerships, friendships, close friendships, not just associates. It could be romance. But what I am feeling here is that you're disgruntled with this Two of Coins upside down, this Four of Cups upside down, this Ace of Coins upside down, Knight of Coins upside down. You are disgruntled with the quality of options that have been presenting themselves. Whether we're talking business associations, even it could be something like, job interviews you've been going on, 7th house, dealing with other people. Whatever this is, like you're coming at it from this lover's energy. Like you're coming at it from high integrity, sincerity, like really wanting to make a really good connection, a good partnership, a win-win situation. But what is this? Like, who are these people coming in? Knight of Coins upside down. Nothing, it's not moving. We're getting low quality offers, individuals showing up. They don't have anything going on for themselves. So you could read this through a love perspective, as I said, a business perspective, apply it to your life. Whatever you're out there seeking, you're seeking it, as I said, with love and joy and a pure heart. But what you're getting back currently is a lot of low value mishigas. Okay? It's not coming together. So I would suggest, 12th house again can be the house of self-undoing. I would suggest using that Mercury at this new moon in Scorpio to make the decision, the judgment call, that I'm not going to put up with these low ball offers, these low value people. I'm worth more. My time, my energy is worth more. I want to invest in quality people and associations. All right. So if we just look at the 3 uprights, right? If we look at this upside down shenanigans, right? 4 of Cups, again, you can make the decision to keep going out there, but you're going to get more of the same. You're going to get more of the same shenanigans because this Judgment card was right in the middle here. So you can decide to keep looking, but if you do, look what we're getting. 4 of Cups upside down, emotionally unavailable, not worth it, not worth the emotional expenditure of energy, and unbalanced. 2 of Coins upside down. Like the options are just, it's like better the devil you know or a new one. They're all the devil. Like they're all like not good. They're all low value. Okay? So I would say here, use this energy to make the decision that you're going to go back to the drawing board, Page of Swords, and you're going to regroup and see who else is out there. And you're going to hold out for quality in whatever it is you are dealing with right now. Because again, you don't want to choose something that is not aligned for you. And this is aligned, right? You want somebody on your level who's as committed as you are. And whatever it is you got going on, they put their money where their mouth is. They walk their talk. They're there. They're, got the same vibe back as you're giving out. Do your homework. Go back to the drawing board is what I would say with this energy. Don't have this energy be your self-undoing by not making that decision for yourself. Capricorn and new moon in Scorpio, your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams. It is time for new big seed energy, for new dreams, especially the fact, that Mercury is sextiling Pluto in your sign. All right, making up your mind for some regenerative action when it comes to changing your life in positive ways with new dreams and wishes. Your ruling planet still retrograde in Pisces, your 3rd house of your mind. So you have been rethinking things in your life. This new moon is good energy to plant those seeds for something big, bountiful, bold, and beautiful in your life. Your ruling planet will go direct in the middle of November. 7 of Wands. 2 of Cups, Tower in your heart. What's going on there? Page of Wands, and an 8 of Wands. All of your cards are upright, Capricorn. I don't think that happened for any other sign. Very interesting. Oh, wow. Look what we have under that. 8 of Coins and a star also. Wow. And an Ace of Swords and a High Priestess also. Wow. Look at all these upright energies. Okay. So last 7 weeks, 7 months, you have been negotiating some tricky circumstances. You could have been in a literal negotiation with somebody in your life. I feel like, the 2 of Cups for me, everything's a metaphor. It can be looking at yourself in a mirror and really acknowledging what's going on with you emotionally. It's not always about relationships. I mean, it can be, of course, but everything's in context. I think what's interesting here is the 7 of Wands. You've been navigating some tense situations. You've been holding your own. Nobody has dropped you. Like you are still standing strong despite whatever you've been dealing with. But whatever this was has changed something in your heart about what you want out of life. Whatever that 7 of Wands is, last 7 years, 7 weeks, 7 months. You're meeting yourself with more emotional sincerity, more emotional honesty and truth. And that's why I think we have the Tower in your heart. Because you are surprising yourself about something you're going to choose for your future. Again, this is your 11th house, hopes, wishes, dreams. You're going to start moving toward a whole bunch of new possibilities in your life. What you ultimately choose, this is just like a lot of things, but what you ultimately choose to focus in on is going to develop very quickly. It's going to be very freeing, because here we go from this like a little defensive to, oh my God, now things are opening up. It's a road opener energy here with this 8 of Wands. This is very exploratory. This is very adventurous. The Page of Wands, this is a page. Things are getting in motion. Things are getting going. But it's the Wands, which I think is interesting because it is passion. It's fuel. It's desire. Something has shifted. And it may have something to do with also your emotional healing that you have been going through. This to me looks like a lion here. This is Leo energy. That is your 8th house of transformation. Whatever you've been going through, we go from the 7 to the 8 here, whatever you had been transforming, this long period of transformation you've been going through, it did emotionally change you. It could have emotionally brought you to some sort of healing or healing situation you had to face within yourself. And again, this is awakening. This is revelations, the Tower. This new moon in Scorpio energy, if you can spend some time with yourself away from this 7 of Wands, may blow your mind here. Crown chakra, you could get a download that instantaneously awakens you to something that is perfect for you to pursue with a lot of energy and gusto for your future. There is something very freeing about this energy, but I feel like the freeing comes from you and you facing emotionally what has changed within you and meeting it with honesty and integrity and saying, you know what, I can do something totally different now. This is done. So I think this is extremely exciting, Capricorn. What is your wildest dream? Honestly, that's what this is. Awakening to your wildest dream and potential. You've got this. You can make it happen for yourself. All right, Aquarius, new moon in Scorpio, your 10th house of career. Mercury also in that 10th house of career. Saturn in your 2nd house of money. These could be some new beginnings that help you move your finances forward finally. So setting some new intentions for career growth, career recognition, saying yes or signing contracts. Mercury at this time, very possible. Setting intentions to market yourself, Mercury, a bit more for that public visibility, that 10th house. So let's see. Your public role, maybe if you're retired. I mean, people ask me these questions all the time in the comments. If you're retired, it may not have to do with your career. It could be about the visibility you have within your community and wanting to take on a new role in your community and be a leader. You know, like maybe you're going to volunteer with the animal shelter or something and, you know, and be on the board of directors or something like that. And that's that type of energy. All right, so let's see. But if you're still in working, it could be something to do with that. Your career life. All right, let's see. I am reading reversals if they come up. 8 of coins upside down. King of wands upside down. Chariot in your heart. 9 of swords upside down. And the King of cups. Wow. Wow. Okay. This to me is about an emotional breakthrough. It has a lot to do, I think, also with Mars in Cancer, which is, you know, happening at this new moon, which is your 6th house of work and well-being. And we're having a new moon in your 10th house of career. This is very interesting. We have the work energy, the 8 of coins. It's showing up, but upside down. So, and the King of wands is upside down. So what this is saying to me is that the passion or fire has gone out of something that you have probably been doing for work. Your focus is not there. 8 of coins. You may still be showing up and doing it because we all need to pay our bills. You may still be doing that, but you're kind of like over it. King of wands upside down. You could also mean it's possible you're dealing with somebody at work who's a real pain in the you-know-where, and that's made you not really enjoy your job anymore. That's another possibility here, but I feel like this is more like just the general energy of lack of motivation, boredom, burnout, and lack of focus. But the Chariot's in your heart, so that's interesting because that's suggesting I want to escape. This is the Cancer energy. Not just escape, but I want to be in control of my destiny. I'm tired of this over here. I want to find and forge a new pathway for myself. I want to have options when it comes to my career and my money. And this is your 6th house of work also. It's the Cancer energy. So you are very clear in your heart that you want to escape and get out of whatever this is over here. Okay. And the money may be there. And it's not always about the money either. It's about, you know, you could be still making good money. It's the fact that your heart's not in it anymore. King of wands upside down. That's the worst feeling. I got to say, like when you are just so burned out and, you know, you show up, you still are trying to drag your butt out of bed to go to a job where you're just so unmotivated. That is one of the worst feelings in the world. It's terrible, terrible. But we all have bills to pay, right? The 9 of swords is upside down here, which I think is good. I think that you're going to overcome some sort of fear. You're going to set an intention. This is mental energy, right? It's the Mercury in this 10th house also. You're going to set an intention to let go of your fears and go for it. I think you're going to take an emotional leap of faith here with this King of Cups showing up. And again, it's more about the driving mechanism here is not the money, but it's the emotional satisfaction. But this is the thing in between this and this is this Nine of Swords. But it is upside down, which in this case I think is good. Minimizing your fears, letting go of your fears, not letting them hang over your head and stopping you from taking action. So you know what's going to make you feel good in your career. The Chariot here, being in control, being visible, feeling like you're in charge of your destiny. I mean, who doesn't like to be in charge of their destiny? Well, I guess some people don't, but you do. You want to be the one calling the shots for your life, right? And you can. This King of Cups, I think, is very significant. So there may be some setting of intentions of emotionally, what do you need? Planting new emotional seeds for your career. And in this economy, I do not advise you just upping and quitting a job. No way. I mean, but you got to figure out a way that you can emotionally navigate this situation over here to get yourself to a place of greater empowerment. So you can leave a job. Either you find another one, you start your side hustle, it starts really making money for you. I mean, whatever it is, right? You have the power in your heart to make a positive change in your career that will be more emotionally fulfilling. But don't quit your day job, which I know can be hard when we're feeling burned out. Get your ducks in a row. Get the next thing lined up for yourself. Put yourself out there. Go for something that maybe even puts you in some sort of leadership position with the Chariot. Because that's the other thing too. It could be because this is like, this King of Wands is after this. So this person could be kind of like, micromanaging, hanging over you. Like it could be time to step up and go to the next level for yourself in your career where you're the boss. That could be the thing. So take all of this under advisement, but this is about new moon, setting new intentions, new energies, what you want to create. And, this is the key here. Emotionally, what chances are you willing to take to power through to a better situation? But that should not be, I'm just quitting. No, don't do that. Don't advise it. Get a plan going for yourself. Set that intention and make that plan happen so that the escape will happen in good timing and with another job or another way of earning income in hand. Pisces, there is a new moon in Scorpio, your 9th house of the big picture perspective of your life, where you see your life heading, setting new intentions for expanding your horizons, your world. Maybe it's time to set that intention to write your book, get it published, get it out into the world. Maybe it's time for some travel. Maybe it's time to start your internet business if that's what you're into. Any of those types of things, 9th house related. It also can be a time to start studying something regarding spiritual matters or metaphysical matters as well. So let's see what you need to know, Pisces. Saturn's still in your sign, but trining this new moon. So it's time to come up with your next 3 to 5 year plan. Commit to it. Where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? I kind of don't like those questions personally, but they can be helpful. It's not written in stone. It's just a guideline. It's a visionary guideline, right? So let's see what you need to know. Setting intentions to expand your horizons. The Judgment card. I will read reversals if they come up. 3 of Coins reversed. 10 of Wands reversed in your heart. Hierophant is reversed. Justice is reversed. And then the Sun. Okay. So, oops. It's very interesting. We got a lot of upside down shenanigans happening here, except for the first and last card. Judgment and the Sun. So we are talking about expanding your world. And, that has a lot to do with what we want to commit to. So what we have in your heart is this 10 of Wands upside down. You want to feel free. You want to feel unburdened. You want to feel not these obligations, whatever's heavy on your heart, where you feel obligated, Pisces, for whatever reason. That's not part of your plan anymore. Three of Coins upside down suggests we do need a new plan. Okay, you need a new plan. But the new plan has to be where you're feeling lighter and freer, 10 of Wands upside down, that you're not overwhelmed, and that your commitments are not overwhelming you. This Hierophant upside down. And the Justice upside down. Again, another commitment card. Now, these commitments could have to do with a marriage or relationship, some sort of legal obligation. It may not be a marriage. It could be a business partnership, or some other legal thing going on, right? Like, you don't want that obligation, burden, situation to be affecting what you're choosing for your future plans. These new intentions you're setting should be rooted in transformation, judgment, and in your own discernment, not in whatever this is. And your own discernment is telling you you don't need this in your life anymore. Whatever this heavy burden has been, that has been quite a commitment. You got two major arcanas here. So it was something quite burdensome also with the 10 of Wands showing up. It may be something involving work because of the 3 of Coins showing up here. But what I'm just feeling is like, this situation is not part of your plan going forward. The plan going forward is the pursuit of joy and happiness, the sun. Whatever lights you up, lights up your heart space, makes you feel free and happy, finding your place in the sun. Ninth house also has to do with travel. This is a travel energy. Some of you may be deciding to take a big leap of faith and moving to a place that's warmer, sunnier for yourself. You may be taking a big trip to expand your horizons. You may not be taking it this month, but you're setting that intention. You're finding your place, the place that makes you feel happy and where you can see yourself evolving over the next several years into greater joy and happiness. This is also your 6th house of work and well-being, the Leo energy. So again, what I feel is driving this, it's, yes, maybe there's a work opportunity involved, but this is your overall well-being. And again, connecting with your life force energy, your sun, what makes you feel joyous, happy, free, able to do what you want, when you want, like kids do, right? Feeling free, optimistic, joyful, creative. But I feel it has something to do with a place for the most part. Finding this place that is very aligned with your energy. Pisces, you're such a creative sign. You're so creative. So it could just be a place you go to every, maybe once a year even, for like a creative retreat. You don't have to move there necessarily, but some of you may be thinking of that also. So making decisions of discernment that bring you closer and upfront and personal with your joy. That joy expands your horizons, and saying yes to new opportunities, love, romance, creativity, pleasure, all the beautiful things that the 5th house sun energy provides. And that will support your 6th house, Leo, well-being. 5th house is just Leo in general. Okay, but this is the thing. Something is heavy on you, and it could be blocking your expansion into greater freedom and happiness. Only you know what this is. Again, this is a general reading here on YouTube. Apply the energies to your life. But that is the thing to let go and unburden yourself from. So thank you so much for watching the new moon in Scorpio video. I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up and leaving a comment. I would love to hear what's going on with you, with the energies, the intentions that you will be setting. when you engage with the video, it's so helpful for the channel. It lets YouTube know that it's awesome content, and they push it out to more people, and it really helps my channel. So thank you so very much for doing that. And thank you again for all your support and your love during my time of sadness. My father, if you saw that video that I posted, my father would not want me to be sitting around boo-hooing. I mean, I have been doing some boo-hooing, for sure. But he would be wanting me to keep showing up and doing what I do. So I am.